welcome to another episode of the Nightly News. I'm Chris Lee here with LPNN, bringing you all the news that is news, and none of the news that isn't, most of the time. We have a couple of things here for you tonight. In our local news, today was a relatively calm day here in Page, Arizona. Last night, we had the Community Development Advisory Board meeting, where Michael Baker International gave a presentation on the project of housing here in Page. Tonight, the council is having a work session to discuss last night's activities at 5:30. Here is a brief rundown of what's on the agenda. Let me see if I can find it up here. I know I brought it up somewhere. There we go. All right, is this the right one? Perhaps. No, that's the normal one. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, at an August 9th, 2017 joint work session with the Community Development Advisory Board, the City Council identified a housing study as their number one priority. Subsequent to that meeting, SRP approached the city manager indicating an interest in assisting with issues created by the closure of the Navajo generating station. The housing study quickly rose to the top of the list, and SRP offered to sponsor a housing study and plan for the Page area. The city manager has assembled a group of local leaders, including SRP and NGS, to identify and seek solutions to issues that may arise from the NGS plant closure. This group created a scope of work and request for proposals for a housing study, reviewed the proposals and interviewed and selected the firm for the project. Michael Baker International was awarded the contract to conduct a housing study and make recommendations related to a scope of work for a housing plan for the city of Page and the Page area. Michael Baker International will be present at the March 28th work session to make a presentation to and obtain input from the City Council on housing issues and concerns. Once again, then that was at tonight at 5:30. And then, let's see what else we have. After that is the normal scheduled city council meeting where they will be discussing things like... Oh, there we are. Let's see what else we have here. For the regular city council meeting for tonight, there is an executive session. A portion of Block 272, Lot 3, Track C, is being discussed for sale for the company Alliant Gas. Sorry about that. It's discussion and possible action by the City Council pertaining to the lease of city land. So that will be an executive session. Let's see, new business tonight, presented by Thomas and Kate Hunt, and discussion by the City Council pertaining to the Navajo Heritage Center. Also on tonight's new business, presentation by Mr. Ruben Mina of Boulder Ranch, LLC, and discussion by the City Council pertaining to a recreational vehicle park. And also, we have a presentation by Forever Resorts and discussion by City Council pertaining to a recreational vehicle resort. Let's see what else we have here. There is going to be discussion by the City Council pertaining to a state legislative update, and discussion by the City Council pertaining to a Rural Transportation Advocacy Council, or RTAC, update. There will be another executive session tonight. It is discussion and possible action by the City Council pertaining to Cometco Site PRP Group versus a Square System Incorporated et al. That looks like all of the information available on that. It is an executive session, so hopefully at some point we will find out what's going on with that. There will be discussion by the City Council pertaining to reports by board liaisons. Let's see, we also have another executive session. Discussion and possible action by the City Council pertaining to a property lease for the Navajo Heritage Foundation, aka Navajo Village. Let's see, we also have a proposed RV park near the Page Amphitheater or former golf course. Discussion and possible action by the City Council pertaining to an RV park near the Page Amphitheater or former golf course in executive session. Sorry about that. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? In other local news, we have Article 3 rule changes subject to public forum. There's going to be a webcast from the Game and Fish Commission. The Game and Fish Commission proposes to amend rules for taking handling of wildlife. The Arizona Game and Fish Department will host and webcast a public forum on proposed rule changes within Article 3, taking and handling of wildlife, at 6 p.m., Thursday at Department Headquarters, Quail Room at 5000 West Carefree Highway in Phoenix. The webcast can be viewed at www.azgfd.gov/webcast. Topics of discussion will include proposed changes by the Arizona Game and Fish Commission pertaining to trail cameras, pneumatic weapons, drones, and smart firearms, among others. All right, let's see. The final rule will be presented to the 5-member commission at its May 4th meeting at the Mojave County Board of Supervisors Auditorium at 700 West Beale Street in Kingman. All public comments about the proposed rulemaking will be accepted through April 15th. All right, let's see what else we have going on for you here today. We have that. Let's see. A little bit farther out, but still considered local news for everyone. There is going to be repaving work on I-17 and I-40 near Flagstaff beginning on Monday. This is from the Arizona Daily Sun. The Arizona Department of Transportation will begin repaving and rebuilding major sections of Interstate 17 and 40 next week. Projects that are expected to last through the fall and continue into next spring will include 34 miles of Interstate 40 west of Flagstaff and 28 miles of northbound Interstate 17 south of Flagstaff. Motorists should plan to budget extra travel time when driving in these areas during the construction period. Beginning Monday, crews will be rebuilding the westbound lanes of I-40 west of Williams. The eastbound lanes of this stretch were rebuilt last year. Later this year, crews will return to the eastbound stretch between Parks and A1 Mountain to put the final layer of asphalt, called the friction course, on that stretch of freeway. Once work resumes on the $34 million project, westbound traffic on I-40 will cross over the median on a temporary road and share lanes with eastbound I-40 traffic through the project area, with one lane of travel in each direction separated by a concrete barrier, ADOT officials said in a press release. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our weather for today, if it's working. It looks like it's working. Yay! All right, there we go. And our weather coming up here, we have a low tonight of 44, but as you can see, the winds are picking up just over 15 miles an hour. And if you step outside, you can definitely see that for yourself. So make sure you have loose objects secured. Let's see, what else do we have? We have 68 for the high tomorrow and a low of 46. The winds look like they're going to be leveling back off. Friday, looks like we're going to have a high of 74 degrees. Saturday, 79. That's really close to that 80-degree mark, so we'll have to keep an eye on it and see if we actually break it. On Sunday, a high of 78. Monday, a high of 78. And it looks like the winds will be hovering right around 10 miles an hour for that period of time, so we'll have to keep an eye out. All right, let's see what else we have here. In state news today, we have Country Thunder. Everybody knows about Country Thunder, I hope. Country Thunder Arizona 2018. Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, Toby Keith, Cole Swindle, and the rest of a full lineup. It's being billed as the ultimate festival experience for country fans in Arizona. And anyone who's ever been to Country Thunder would expect no less from the biggest 4-day country music blowout the state has to offer. Don't worry that that's coming up here. Don't forget it's coming up, I mean. Don't forget to grab your tickets for it. Looks like it could be a lot of fun. All right, we seem to have missed the local events. We'll go ahead and cover that real quick. It's one of those days. It's live TV. You never know what you're going to get here. All right, let's see. Today is the 28th, so tomorrow would be the 29th. At 9 a.m., we have Pilates at the Community Center. At 1 p.m. at the Community Center is the Coloring Club. At 3 p.m. at the Page Public Library is Laptop Computers. And at 3 p.m. at the library is National Craft Month activities with a subject of DIY memory book. All right, that's going to cover it for our news tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget, this episode is brought to you by H&R Block. That tax deadline is coming up, so make sure you head on over there and get those taxes done before it's too late. We'd like to thank you very much for joining us tonight, and don't forget, if any of our posts help you, don't forget to comment, share, and like any of these, and tell your friends about it. We are also simulcasting between Facebook and YouTube. So if you know people that don't have a Facebook account, send them over to YouTube. Or if you know people that want to watch it on Facebook, send them over here. Either way, don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow the pages so that you can get you can get up-to-date information and real news in real time. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Have a great night.